What's going on, you guys? Good morning. It is a Saturday morning. Shit, I can't even. Ooh, the lighting is horrible. What I'm going to be doing today is an oil change on my 06 Outlander 650. I have not changed this oil since our West Virginia trip, which was back in, I think it was August of 2017. So I haven't been riding the quad a whole lot. I've been riding the 570, which is over in the barn. This one right here is an 06, like I said, Outlander 650 XT. I actually took these tires off of the 570, and I put a set of stock tires on the 570. That thing performs like a raped ape with those tires on. I think they're 26s, Carlisle. But for this, all I'm doing is a simple oil change. Sure, a lot of guys know how to do it. It's very, very simple on these bikes compared to the newer bikes. Newer bikes are a little bit more difficult. Simple tools. I use a flathead, preferably a longer tip. This is a Torx bit. It has a damn number on it. Shit. Let's see, T25. I don't know if you got that or not. Yeah, T25. That's what I use to pull the bolts out. Through these right here. This is also an 8mm metric. So, if you don't have Torx, don't panic. You can still get it off. Thank God for, Can-Am doing that. Drain bolt is a 13mm. And that bolt... Damn, where's my drain bolt? Oh, here it is. Drain bolt has a magnetic tip. Collects all the debris along with a copper crush washer. Let's see if you can see that. My camera focusing on that. So, the service guide recommends to change the copper crush washer after every oil change. I don't do it. I don't buy their kits. They're too expensive. I just reuse them. Just don't torque them down crazy tight. I've already drained the oil. I'll show you where that is, or where that's at. Alright. God damn it. Alright, right here is the main drain bolt for the engine crankcase. Right above it is the water pump. I think it holds about 3 quarts. And then right above the water pump is the oil filter. And what I usually do is I'll take flathead, just go in there, pry it out, because it's a little difficult to try to get your fingers in there and wedge it out. Like I said, this is just a basic paper filter. You can see it's pretty dirty. Let's get out here in the light a little bit. Yeah, it's pretty dirty. Yeah, I'm dripping oil. Let's put her up. So yeah, it's definitely due for a change. And I got my buddy Lucas with me. He's just chilling. So we're gonna clean this up. At least clean the oil out of your reservoir. Clean all that out. Get all the debris, if there is. It shouldn't be debris. And just the old oil. Clean up around the water pump. Residual oil. You don't want a lot of dirt and mud sticking to it. I also leave my dipstick necessarily out, but not threaded in. Especially when you're draining. You get full flow, gets it going really good. What I'm gonna be, goddamn light, man. Shit. Just kind of working out of this new garage. I'm gonna be using 0W40 fully synthetic Mobil 1. A lot of people recommend Mobil 1. like Royal Purple, Can-Am, like XP, whatever it is, XPS oil. I'm just not paying $60 for 3 quarts of their Can-Am oil, along with their filter, their O-ring, and the crush washer. I'm not paying that amount. Reuse the damn crush washer, reuse the O-ring, which is around the oil filter cap. This piece right here. Just reuse that. Put some clean oil on it, around it, clean it up, re-lube it, slap it back in. So, it's not too bad. And then every time you do an oil change, go through all your CV axles. Make sure they're tight. Make sure you got no ripped boots. Your front drive shaft, make sure it has no play. Grease up all your Zerk fittings for your A-arms and your drive shaft. Which on the Outlander 650, there's only one grease point, which is up there at the front U-joint. And then go around to the back. And I wish the damn trailing arms, I wish they had grease points, but they do not. I just had to redo this clamp the other day because it was broke and a little bit of grease was spewing out of the side. But the rear drive shaft has 2 grease points, one in the front, one in the rear. A little tricky to get to, but it's not too bad. Just go over it. Make sure all your axles are nice and tight. You don't want them loose. Check for ripped boots, which I prefer these rubber boots over the new Can-Am style boots, because they're like a plastic. I'll show you that real quick. I went through about 3 of them so far on this 570. I think they're just cheap. I think they're cheap ass boots. Hold on. Yeah, these are plastic. These are plastic boots. They're fucking shit. They're cheap, and they're cheaply made, not cheap on price. Very expensive for a damn boot kit. You can buy a boot and a clamp, and you can get your own grease. I just use marine grease or CV boot axle grease. Whatever's good, water repellent. So I'm gonna clean this up, reinsert the new filter, which I do have. I do run BRP oil filters. That I do buy. For anyone that has an 06 650 XT, which the filters are pretty much, they're all the same. They fit in all Can-Am models, but that's the part number if you need it. Let's open her up. Baby says Rotax. Get her out of here. Look at that. Look at that color comparison. Jesus. That's dirty. But the oil color is not that bad. It's not that bad at all. But when you do these filters, make sure that the this rubber insert goes towards the motor, not well, it's idiot proof. It only goes in one way. So I'm sure you'll figure it out. Like I said, just insert it that way. There's no position that this filter needs to be in. Stick it in, put the cap on, put a little oil around the O-ring, put your drain bolt back in, fill her up. So that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. And if you got a little buddy like this guy to help, he's a pain in the ass. Ain't that right, Lucas? Huh? Hey. He care less. So, alright, boys. Y'all ride, have fun, tear that fucking mud holes up. Come on.